fourth pitch of the game, Falcon center fielder hurt herself on a foul ball. Now remember, Byron Buxton broke a toe doing that in Major League Baseball. So she's walking it off gingerly here. I think she'll be okay. That hurts though, man. It hurts. Faribault's prom is this weekend. So I know the ladies are pretty excited about that. Yeah, I think she's going to be okay. That's smarts, though. That's smarts, and we'll see if Carlson throws her an inside pitch, because that's exactly what I would do after that. Not being mean, it's just part of the game. So we'll see if she throws an inside pitch. 2-2 the count. Trying to get herself comfortable in that box. So 2-2 is Carlson. Fidgets with the ball in her glove, kicks and delivers. And it's outside, 3-2. Full count to Shack to start the game. Looks like the outfield has been freshly mowed. Here's the big payoff pitch from Carlson. It's hammered on the left field line, very foul. 3-2 is still the count. Boy, Allison just jumped all over that pitch. Yep, we got the Scarlet mascot in the press box with us here. What's the name of your dog?
Maggie. Done, who's right stuff.
The ball's popped up. Third baseman in foul territory is going to not make the catch. So it's still 3-2. The wind could wreak havoc with some balls today. That flag is straight out here in the press box. And as you heard me, I had to close the window so you wouldn't hear the wind. Probably sounds like I'm in a closet, but it's probably better than wind. Here comes the payoff pitch again. That ball's hit well to left field. It's going to be in for a hit. It's going to bounce all the way to the fence. Left fielder dove for it. Shack's got 2. And now she's going to go to 3 because the ball came in errantly from the outfield. So it's going to be a double and an error in my scorebook. Wow. At third base, right out of the gate, is Allison Shack.
Batting second, the pitcher, number 9, Michaela Armbruster.
Yeah, probably should have tried to keep that ball in front of her, but you know how it is. Armbruster steps in, and we'll see if they bunt here. And the pitch. Swing and miss, and that ball was way low. It's 0-1.
Official score, double.
I know when Michaela stopped by, she stopped by Faribault Interiors a couple weeks ago. She was telling us how she likes to jump on the first pitch. Sometimes it gets her in trouble. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that was a ball too, I think. 0-2. A little over anxious. As Coach Silber goes through the signs, Coach Armbruster's in the first base coaching box, and the mascot's licking the wood in the press box. And the pitch. That ball's hit right up the middle. It's a base hit. RBI for Armbruster, second leading hitter on the team, hitting over 400. And Faribault's on the board. Just a seeing eye single right up the middle. Shack scores. And it's 1-0 Faribault. Bree Bresnahan will step in. Remember,
the
earlier this week,
10, Bree Bresnahan.
Against the Owatonna Huskies, Faribault jumped out to a 6-0 lead in the first inning and really never looked back. They added 3 more in the second inning and won that.
And running for Armbruster, number 28, Lauren Steinberg.
13-0 in 5 innings as Lauren Steinberg goes in to run as a courtesy runner for Armbruster. The pitch. Fouled it off. 0-1 to Bresnahan. Bree's been seeing the ball well lately. Last weekend in that tournament over here in North Mankato at Caswell Park, she had 5 hits. The doubleheader against Owatonna had that many in the pitch. She tried to get her to chase, and she wouldn't do it. 1-1 the count. That's the key here. If the Falcons be disciplined, you just were able to hear what they were able to do and Shaq got the full count. And the pitch. Up high again. 2-1. Bresnan's done a much better job, especially this season, in being more disciplined at the plate and not chasing some pitches. And it's resulted in a higher batting average. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Boy, that was right on the black of the outside corner. Bree's got good opposite field power, too, the right-handed hitter. And the pitch. She has ball 3. So 2 out of the first 3 batters are sitting with full counts. You know that Carlson has to come right down the strike zone here, so we'll see if she throws the changeup. Nope, not a changeup. High fly ball, bounces right in front of the center fielder, and Faribault has the first 3 batters get a double and 2 singles. Well, that ball actually looked like it was catchable in center field, but she let it bounce in front of her.
Playing first base. Number 3, Cassie Swanson.
And that might have happened because she saw her teammate, you know, try and dive for a ball earlier and then ended up in 3 bases. So runners at first and second, still nobody out. Cassie Swanson steps in. Hit a home run against Owatonna earlier this week. Leads the team in homers with 3. Pitch rolls all the way to the backstop, comes right back to the catcher, but the runners are both going to advance on the wild pitch. That rolled right in the dirt all the way to the backstop. So good start for the Falcons here. Runners at second and third, still nobody out. Swanson has a 1-0 count. Carlson's pitch. Up high, she wouldn't chase it, 2-0. Catcher for Mankato West, Bree Stoltzman, tried to bring that ball down, but the umpire wouldn't buy. So Swanson steps back in. And the pitch. Right. Got a delayed call here by the umpire, which is never one of my favorite things. 2-1 is the count. Swanson, of course, one of the 4 seniors on this Falcon team. As the righty's next pitch is too low and inside, and we got a 3-1 count. There is an open base here for Swanson, but Abby Van Ryan on deck went into Tuesday's game leading the team in RBI. Here comes the next pitch. She swings at it. Shortstop charges, comes to the plate to get the runner from third base. And so they get the runner from third. Swanson is at first on the fielder's choice.
Abby Van Ryan.
They did not have to send her there, you know. The first base was open. But they elected to do so, so she's thrown out at the plate. And that'll bring up Abby Van Ryan. Van Ryan, as I mentioned, going into Tuesday's doubleheader, led the team in RBIs. Pitch is a ball, too high, 1-0. 1-0, the count to Abby Van Ryan, junior catcher for the Faribault Falcons. Looks at her wristband, wears number 2 on the back of her uniform, right-handed hitter. A little bit of a closed stance, and the pitch is too far inside. It's 2-0. So Carlson's been behind all the hitters here in the first inning. The right-hander trying to find that strike zone. The hitter's count to Abby Van Ryan. And the pitch inside and low, and it's 3-0. Looks like they're pitching very carefully to Van Ryan. We've been calling the 2, 3, 4, and 5 hitters the Falcon Talons row. There's a bunt down the first baseline. It's a beauty. Scores the run, and she's on base with a hit. What a terrific bunt. I mean, that baby was only about 3 feet up the line. She's at first base, gets the RBI, and that was a bit of a surprise, too, with a 3-0 count. Talk about pulling off the element of surprise. That did not touch her. There's somebody, they're asking if it touched her, but it never touched her. Maybe I better not color in my run scored. The umpires are talking to Coach Silber. And they call her out?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so too.
They called her out.
Interference.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
I didn't see it touch her at all.
You didn't touch it. It was
She didn't let the
interference.
fielder field it.
What?
It was interference.
Oh, there was no
Batting
interference.
six, the right fielder, number 11, Abby.
All right, she's called out. Call interference.
Oh, and so the run goes there.
She was supposed to run over the fielder. That would be interference. She ran out of way from the fielder. There was no interference there. That was a horrible call. Here comes the pitch. Brings the bat back. It's a strike to Abby Lake. I mean, she ran out to avoid the contact with the fielder, so I don't know how that's interference. So Faribault had a golden opportunity to get a crooked number on the board, and that's by the by. And the pitch, it's Lake with a chopper to second, and they get out of the inning with only 1 run scored. West is really feeling good about that, I'll tell you that.
For the Falcons in the top of the first inning, 1 run.
Coach Lake
3
is probably
hits.
wishing he had not
There
sent
was
the
no
runner
error.
from third. They didn't
2
need to do
runners left
that
on base.
earlier. But the ruling, I guess, was interference. It never touched her, so that can't be what the ruling was. Anyway, 1 run scores. And guess what, folks? They had 4 hits in the inning. How many times do you score 1 run with 4 hits? It was 1 error by Mankato West. As we go to the bottom of the first, Faribault has a 1-0 lead. The coaches are arguing, but they're never going to change the call. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Custom Glass and Mirror has been serving Rice and Steele counties for over 2 decades with unbeatable customer service. Your source for auto glass in the Faribault area is Custom Glass and Mirror. They use only the best materials, provide a lifetime installation warranty, and safety is their #1 concern. Custom Glass and Mirror also provides commercial and residential glass repair and installation. Custom Glass and Mirror, 1440 Willow Street, Faribault. For more information, check faribaultcustomglass.com.
I think it is one of those.
Well, like I said before, on that contact play when the runner came from third, she didn't have to do that. They could have held the runners at second and third, Cassie Swanson going to first, right? Wait till the fielder makes the throw to first, and then if you think you can break. But if you keep the runner at third base, I mean, they ran themselves into that out. Just pretty much gave them an out there, did the Falcons. And then the call on Van Ryan's bunt, which was a beautiful bunt about 3 feet up the first baseline. She tried to avoid contact with a fielder, and they call her for interference. I mean, what are you supposed to run over the fielder? So she runs out, tries to avoid contact, and they call interference on the call. As Michaela Armbruster's pitching for the Falcons, an ERA under 1 on the season. Her battery mate is Abby Van Ryan. At first base is Cassie Swanson. At second base is Lauren O'Neill. At shortstop is Bree Bresnahan. At third base, it's Ellie Knutson. Out in left field, Cameron Selmanson. In center field is Allison
Leading off for your
Schack.
Scarlets in the bottom of the first inning. The
And in
center
right
fielder,
field,
number 7, Lainey Shopper.
Abby Lake is in right field as Lainey Shopper will lead things off here for the Mankato West Scarlets. Right-handed hitter, wears number 7 on the back of her uniform. Armbruster leads the state in strikeouts. And the pitch, fouled straight back. Thinking bunt is Faribault. They got the anti-bunt defense up. 0-1 the count. At least O'Neill was up quite a bit. So was Knutson and even Bresnan, the shortstop. And the pitch is fouled off. 0-2. So now Michaela doesn't want to throw her too good a pitch. She's got her 0-2, trying to get her to chase something. They need new balls, and they're asking for balls. Can't play the game without a ball.
That's a tough draw.
So Armbruster gets the ball back. 1-0, Faribault leads it. And boy, they had a golden opportunity to get a crooked number on the board in the top of this inning. Swings and fouls it off, and it's still 0-2. 0-2 to Laney Shopper. They want balls again. I don't know why they don't give them more than one ball. Don't we have more than one ball in this place? I guess we only have one ball. Oh, there comes the other one.
Budgets are tight.
We got 2 balls. Seriously. And the pitch. Change up. Slow roller. Knutsen's going to gunner out at first base. Ellie's got a terrific arm. So Jalissa Stoltzman, the shortstop, steps up.
Batting second to shortstop, number 3, Jalissa Stoltzman.
She wears number 3 on the back of her uniform. A right-handed hitter wearing the red socks outside the black pants as she steps in, very up in the box. Armbruster's first pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. The count, and the pitch. Swings at a high pitch. She swung at the riser. It would have been a ball, I think, and it's 0-2. 0-2 the count to Jalissa Stoltzman. Right-handed hitter. Armbruster's next pitch. Laid off the riser that time. It's 1-2. 1-2 to the number 2 hitter in the Mankato West lineup. West, the 5-time defending Big 9 Conference champs. And the pitch. Swung at a pitch up in the eyes. First strikeout for Armbruster, and that'll be the number 3 hitter now.
Batting third, playing second base, number 9, Emily Verovin.
Emily Verovin will step in, the second baseman. She's a left-handed hitter. 200 down both the lines, I think, here. Swing and a miss at the first offering. It's 0-1. I don't see any footages to straightaway center field. Is it 200 all the way around?
I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty symmetrical. Yeah.
That would be my guess. So 2 down and an 0-1 count. Very close stance here by Verovin. Next pitch is a ball. It's 1-1. The second ball thrown by Armbruster. You just joined us. Faribault leads it 1-0. They had 4 hits in the first inning, only got 1 run. Pitch is up high. It's 2-1. Of course, Faribault kind of ran themselves into their first out. They didn't need to send a runner from third base on a roller in the infield. They did. She was easily thrown out at the plate. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count, and then called out for interference was Van Ryan on a beautiful bunt. The pitch. Swings and a miss, and she just blew it right by her. I mean, was overmatched. Second strikeout for Armbruster. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the second. It'll be 7-8-9 in the order for the Faribault Falcons, up by a 1-0 score back in 30 seconds.
Faribault Foods has been a pillar of the Faribault community since 1895 as a leading manufacturer of high-quality canned foods. Their new state-of-the-art manufacturing facility has begun operations, and they will continue to support the Faribault community for years to come. Keep your pantry stocked with canned beans and vegetables for easy meals at your fingertips. Use Mrs. Grimes beans in your favorite chili, and butter kernel vegetables as a side dish your family will love. Building for the future, Faribault Foods.
Coach Silver is still talking to the home plate umpire about that call. The ball.
Assistant coach is eyeballing me. And after the game,
He was telling, I don't know what he's telling Coach Silver. I have to find out afterward. But
see if you're going to do anything. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I mean,
We're giving our pitcher a hard time.
I really didn't understand the call.
There's no way I can be. That's right.
But those are one of the life lessons you get out of sports. You got to let that go. Ellie Knutsen will step
Leading off
in.
for the Falcons in the top of the second inning, the third baseman.
Ellie's hitting the ball pretty well. She
She
struggled a bit early in the season, but boy, lately she's been pummeling the ball. Had a bases clearing double in the game against Owatonna to clinch the share of the Big 9 Conference for the Falcons earlier this week. Ellie, a right-handed hitter against a righty Carlson. And the pitch popped up. A high, towering fly ball. They're going to give chase, but they're not going to get to it. on the left field line. It's one of the parts you can't see in this press box. You can see down the right field line, but the left field line, you really got to lean out of the box almost. 0-1 the count to Ellie Knutson. Right-handed hitter, wears number 5 on the back of her uniform, the junior third baseman. Looks bunt, and the ball's a ball. She brought the bat back, and it's 1-1. Ellie may be the fastest player on the team. She can really motor. Of course, plays hockey in the winter. And the pitch is inside. She's a defenseman, but I got a hankering that they might move her to offense next season. If you got that kind of speed, you don't want to waste it, right? 2-1 the count. Carlson struggled with the control here early. That ball's hit right back up the middle for a base hit. 5th hit of the game already, and only 7 batters have gone to the plate. Right back up the middle.
Batting 8th, the left fielder, number 15, Cameron Salmonson.
So Cameron Selmanson will step in. Last weekend here in Mankato, North Mankato, I should say, she was 5 of 6 in that tournament with wins over New Ulm and Worthington. Pitch is low and outside. It's 1-0. She did not walk anybody last inning, did Carlson, but had a lot of 3-ball counts. 28 total pitches in the inning. Pitch is wide. There goes Knutson. She's in there safely. A bouncing throw down to second base, and she just got there. I think it was a ball, so it should be 2-0. Carlson fidgets with the ball, and the pitch is swung and fouled off 2-1. I don't know if Knutson got a real good jump on that last steal because that was very close. And I haven't seen anybody throw her out this year. Stoltzman's got a good arm. And the pitch. That looked like a strike, and it was. And he just called her out, and it was her second strike. He punched her out on strike number 2. I mean, seriously? The righty's pitch, that was wide, and it's 3-2. Always used to hate it when umpires did the old punch-out thing anyway, you know. Just call it a strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Just blew it right by her. First strikeout for Carlson. Runner at second. 1 down, and Lauren O'Neill steps in.
Second base. Number 20, Lauren O'Neill.
O'Neill, a junior. Second baseman. She's got very good wheels, too. Left-handed hitter. She can slap hit, she can bunt, she can regular hit. Pitch is outside. It's 1-0. Hopefully Faribault get a base hit here and see if they can't get one of those runs that they kind of gave away in the first inning. They sent the runner from third. Shortstop came home right away, and she was out by a couple feet. Squaring the bunt. Here comes the throw to third. She's going to be safe. Oh, boy.
No.
Looked like the throw was there in time, but she slid to the outfield side of the bag. And so she's at third base with a stolen base. 2-0, the count to Lauren O'Neill. Well, that opens up your playbook a little bit here. You might see a bunt. Oh, it's just a little high fly ball that the center fielder is going to catch on the fly. They're going to throw it in, but easily scoring is Knutson. The sac fly RBI for O'Neill. 2-0 Falcons here in the second inning. That's what you call manufacturing a run.
Center fielder, number 7, Allie Shack.
So Allison Shack steps in. Doubled in the first inning. Where's number 7 on the back of her uniform? She fouled the ball off her own leg, and it was smarting all the way up here in the pitch. A strike called. A perfect pitch. 0-1 the count to Allison Shack. If Carlson can throw that pitch, Faribault's in some trouble here. That was a perfect pitch. As she kicks and delivers. Oh, took a little off that. It's a strike, 0-2 to Allison Shack. Shack had, as I mentioned, a double, and then an error got her to third base. Errant throw into the infield was what got her to third base. And the pitch is wide, 1-2. Tried to get her to chase, and she wouldn't do it. Nobody on base right now. 2 down here in the second inning. 2-0, Faribault leads. The righty's next pitch. That was right down Broadway. I don't know what she was waiting for there, but strikeout looking, number 2, and it looks like Carlson has found the strike zone. The run scores on just 1 hit. Has a manufacturer run with a couple of stolen bases by Ellie Knutson. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the order. The Scarlets down by a 2-0 score here on KDHL-AM Faribault, Minnesota, back in 30 seconds.
Summit Orthopedics offers convenient access to comprehensive bone, joint, and muscle care in the Faribault and Northfield communities with experts who have been providing care locally for over 30 years. As your trusted source for orthopedic care, Summit is here to help you and your family live healthy, active lifestyles. Please visit us at our new Faribault location near the intersection of Lyndale Avenue and 17th Street. Or to find your specialist and schedule an appointment, visit summitortho.com.
Armbruster in the first inning did what Armbruster does, throw strikes. She had 13 total pitches and 10 of them were strikes. She was a first pitch strike to all 3 batters. So we'll see what Kenzie Grunst can do here. She'll lead things off, the third baseman. Where's number 14 on the back of her uniform? Kenzie is a junior. 4 seniors on the Faribault team and 4 seniors on the Mankato
Leading
West
off
team.
for the Scarlets in the bottom of the second inning, playing third base, number 14, Kenzie Grunst.
So Grunst steps in wearing the Red Sox outside the black pants, takes a few practice hacks in that right-handed batter's box. Coach Kuzmark in the third base coaching box. Picked up his 400th career victory last weekend in that tournament in North Mankato. He's a legend in softball, and the pitch is up high. 1-0 to Kenzie Grunst. Nothing wrong with that. Don't always want to groove a first pitch strike necessarily. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. She almost swung out of her shoes. 1-1 the count. Armbruster's already shown off her very good changeup. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. 1-2 to Kenzie Grunst. She's the cleanup hitter for the Scarlets in the pitch. Tried to get her to chase something out of the zone, and she wouldn't bite. 2-2. Abby Van Ryan had to climb the ladder to catch that one. So Armbruster, the right-hander, gets back up on that pitching rubber. The junior kicks and deals. Fouled off. 2-2 the count. Two and two, just a terrific crowd on hand. Lots of people sitting up on the hillside here. This is a gorgeous vantage point to watch a game. It really is. On the Mankato West campus, and the pitch swings and falls that one back. So a good at bat by Grunst. This will be the 7th pitch of this at bat. Lee Bresnan comes over and encourages Michaela from her shortstop position. Sun shining brightly. Temperature in the mid-80s. Change up. She missed it. Gets by Van Ryan. Throws her out at first base. Strikeout number 3 in a row for Armbruster. That'll bring up Briggs Carlson, the pitcher, her counterpart.
Batting 5th, the pitcher, number 1, Briggs Carlson.
Carlson's a senior, right-handed hitter. Takes a deep sigh, adjusts her mask on the helmet. Armbruster does not wear a mask. Neither does Bree Bresnahan or Cassie Swanson in the infield. Pitches up high, it's 1-0. 1-0 to Briggs Carlson. Faribault's up 2-0. We're in the bottom of the second. Pitch is inside. It's 2-0. Armbruster's only walked 7 batters all year. And the pitch? Strike. Boy, he has a delayed call. 2-1 the count. And that was right on the inside corner. Could have gone either way. Carlson taps the plate on the 2-1 count. Another strike. 2-2. Looked like she hit the same spot. Meanwhile, Carlson kind of chuckled at her teammate on deck. Might have said, I wish I'd get that call. As she steps back in. And the pitch. Oh, she swung at a riser. Nice fielding job by Knutson to throw her out at first base. That ball was hit very well. And Knutson was close enough to the line to
Batting 6,
snare
the
it.
catcher, number 11, Bree Stoltzman.
She has a very good arm. So far, a no-hitter for Armbruster as Stoltzman steps in. Perfect game so far. Nobody's been on base. Stoltzman, the catcher, a right-handed hitter. She's a freshman. First pitch is a strike. Oh, just a freshman. Where's number 11 on the back of her uniform? She's pretty much straight away in the box, and the righty's pitch fouls it off. It's 0-2. 0-2 the count to Bree Stoltzman. Stoltzman's got a red ribbon in her hair that's flapping in the wind here. It's very windy in Mankato. And the pitch. Inside and low. It's 1-2. 1-2. 2 down. We're in the bottom of the second. Faribault leads it 2-0. And if they win this game, they are unbeaten in the Big Nine. Ball's a little pop-up that Bresnahan easily will catch at the shortstop position. So up and down in order goes Mankato West.
No errors.
In the bottom of the
Nobody left
second.
on base.
There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the top of the third. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Faribault. Up by a 2-0 score back in 30 seconds.
Considering a move in 2018? Follow our lead at the State Bank of Faribault. Hi, I'm Chris Jeans from the State Bank of Faribault Mortgage Department. We are packing up our mortgage department and moving out to our branch location on Western Avenue. When you want to buy a new home, work with the State Bank of Faribault, your local mortgage experts. We specialize in helping you find the mortgage and payment that best fits your budget. It's easier to work with the State Bank of Faribault. The State Bank of Faribault, tsbf.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 638054.
Well, the Faribault Falcons, they've had 10 batters come to the plate already, have collected 5 hits, but only have a 2-0 lead. First inning, boy, they had a chance to blow the game kind of open, and they had the runner that broke on contact from third and easily got thrown out on a Cassie Swanson grounder, and then Abby Van Ryan did a gorgeous bunt, but ended up being called out for interference, and that was it. They just scored the 1 run. They scored a run last inning, a leadoff single by Knutson. She stole second, stole third. Both were close plays. And Michaela Armbruster, who singled in the first inning, will step up. Her courtesy runner is the one who broke from third base on the 2 outs, or excuse me, on the hit by Swanson. There was nobody out at the time in the pitch. He is outside for a ball, 1-0. Carlson, 45 pitches coming into this inning, and only 25 of them have been strikes. That is not a great strikes to balls ratio, so Faribault would be smart to be patient. And the pitch. Swings and misses, and it's 1-1. Remember, Armbruster in her first at-bat was over anxious the first 2 swings, and really, it was too good a pitch by Carlson on the 0-2 count, and she got a single. That's when you want to waste a pitch. And the pitch, high fly ball to center fielder. This should be caught, and it will be caught. So Armbruster's out. For the first out, that'll bring up Bree Bresnahan. Nice job out there by
Shortstop number 10, Bree
Shopper.
Bresnahan.
Center field. Bree, one of the 4 seniors on this team, and I know they've been so huge for this program to get to the level they're at. Of course, they had a great year last year, too. Remember Mankato West coming over to Faribault, and Faribault having a chance to get a share of the conference title, but if I remember right, it was 10-5 or something like that. West won. Liner right to the shortstop for the second out. I mean, you couldn't have thrown her the ball better. Off the bat of Bresnahan.
Number 3, Cassie Swanson.
Talk about playing somebody perfectly. Cassie Swanson will step in. She's the young lady who had the fielder's choice grounder that they sent the runner from third and got thrown out at the plate. Nice job by the shortstop there. Stoltzman never hesitated and easily threw her out. 1-0 the count. I'm sure the coaches may have been thinking it takes a perfect throw, but you're playing a team that's won 5 straight Big 9 titles and was 4th at the state tournament last year. They're not going to make a lot of mistakes. The righty's pitch. High ball, and she hammers it right to the center fielder. Again, it looked like she could have thrown her the ball. Up and down in order in the third goes Faribault.
No hits, no errors, nobody left on base.
2.
6-pitch inning. That's it for Carlson. A 6-pitch inning. Nobody left on base. As I said earlier, she came into this inning with 45 pitches and only 25 strikes, so I think I would have been a little more patient, but that's the way it goes. We go to the bottom of the third. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the order for the Scarlets. Down by a 2-0 score back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Chris from Garlic's Water. Are you fed up with fighting rust stains and hard water problems at home? We have a system that can solve all your headaches. A Kinetico water system. We have a wide range of Kinetico water systems to fix any problem, big or small. Give me a call at 800-722-1282 or go online at garlicswater.com and let me show you what I can do to help. At Garlic's Water, your water has never been treated so well.
Garlic's Water.
We go to the bottom of the third. Fast-moving game here. Of course, we started at 4. Boy, I didn't write down the time. It was 4:36, I think, when we started. And we figured it'd be a pretty fast-moving game here. Actually, I remember saying to Troy Temple on the way over here that this one might go extra innings. 2 very good teams, number 1 and 3 ranked teams in the state, going toe-to-toe. Center for the Falcons, if they win, they're the outright conference champs. They already have secured at least a tie with the Scarlets, but they don't want to share. They're not in kindergarten.
Leading off for your Scarlets in the bottom of the third inning, the designated player, number 13, Emma Young.
Emma Young, the designated player, that's what they call them in softball. Fast pitch, it's basically a DH. She'll step in, the number 7 hitter in the order, to lead off the third. So far, nobody's been on base for the Scarlets. Armbruster has 3 strikeouts of the first 6 batters faced. To the pitch, swing and a miss, and way late on that, 0-1. That's her 30th pitch. 22 of them have been strikes, which is why I'd say the opposite for West. If I'm West, I'm aggressive because she's around the plate. He has her sunglasses on today and tried to get her to chase something out of the zone. And Young, good discipline there, 1-1. Young, not superstitious, wears number 13 on the back of her uniform. She's a junior. Again, she laid off the high pitch, and it's 2-1. 2-0, Faribault leads it. We're in the bottom of the third. These are 7-inning games. And the pitch? Oh my. High strike is called, and it's 2-2. So 2-2 the count. Very up in the box, almost out of it. And she struck out, looking. Number 4. The batters have kind of knocked out that front line.
Batting 8th, the right fielder, number 5, Maddie Mueller.
In fact, it makes you wonder why they even put lines in a batter's box, because by the third batter, there's no lines in the batter's box. Maddie Mueller steps in. Right-handed hitter, and the pitch. Whoop to bunt. I thought we might see that, 0-1. If somebody's dominating you in the pitching circle, you go to the small ball game, and it's only a 2-0 game. And the pitch. Laid off a pitch that looked awfully good. Van Ryan looks to the umpire and says, "You said that was a ball?" He said, "Yes, I did," and it's 1-1. Well, that was lower than the pitch he called a strike earlier. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Mueller. Well, I honestly thought they might come out bunting in this inning, it being a 2-0 game. And the pitch. Popped up. It should be caught. Calling for it is Bresnahan. She catches it in the high sky and no sunglasses either. 2 down. That'll bring up Holly Wisty. Just a few puffy clouds up in the sky here in
left fielder
Mankato.
number 2, Holly Wisty.
Sun shining brightly. She does have her cap low over the eyes, but still looking up in the sky with no sunglasses. Wisty falls off the first pitch and almost puts it right in the press box. 0-1 the count. Wisty wears number 2 on the back of her uniform. She's just a sophomore. Left fielder. Armbruster's pitch. A strike. Right down Broadway, 0-2. Tapping the plate is Wisty, and Michaela will try and get her to chase something here. Yep, she wouldn't do it. 1-2. Again, Armbruster with 29 pitches coming in the inning, 21 strikes, 4 of 6 first pitch strikes. As she kicks and fires, that ball's hit to third. Knutson will take her time and throw her out at first base, and up and down in order for through the first 3 innings is Mankato West.
For the Scarlets,
a perfect game so far by
No
Michaela
hits.
Armbruster.
There were no errors.
3 complete.
No
Faribault
runners
Falcons
left on
lead
base.
2-0. They've scored 2 runs on 5 hits. They have not committed an error, have left 2 runners on base. The Mankato West Scarlets have had no runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left on base. 4th inning, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Faribault. We'd like to see if they can't get a crooked number on the board here in the 4th. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Pleasant View Estates offers independent living, assisted living, and enhanced assistance on Faribault's picturesque east side. The fact that it's adjacent to a skilled nursing facility makes it ideal if your loved one needs more care. Move can be made without literally going outdoors, or if their spouse needs care, they can live right next door. Staff available 24 hours a day with call buttons in each apartment, full apartments with full kitchens, walk-in showers, cable and internet access, daily activities. A great way to make new friends going through the same part of their life journey. Take a tour soon. Pleasant View Estates, Faribault, because the journey matters.
There?
Yeah, where they have boats and
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like a nice place.
You can take, well, at least then, you can take any food in you want.
51 pitches for Carlson coming into this inning, 29 of them strikes. She had a 6-pitch inning in the 3rd, 17
Leading
in
off
the
the
2nd,
Falcons, the top of the 4th inning, the catcher, number 2,
28
Abby
in the
Van Ryan.
1st. I guarantee you, Mankato West going into that dugout after that first inning was very happy to only give up the 1 run when Carlson threw 28 pitches in the inning. Van Ryan steps in. She singled an RBI her first time up. Or I'm sorry, she did not. She was the one that was called out. I wrote it down here wrong. She was called out on the interference on the bunt attempt. And the pitch. There's a delay. Boom, just foul. Boy, that didn't miss by much. I was just figuring out her first pitch strikes here, so bear with me. Six of 13 first pitch strikes coming into the inning for Carlson. Changeup is fouled, almost hit Coach Silber in the head. 1-2 the count. I'm kind of surprised that they don't require helmets for the coaches. You know what I'm saying? In the coaching boxes. I mean, if I were the Lord of all things, I'd make them wear a helmet. Pitch is going to be hit on the line. Is it fair? It's a fair ball! Into the corner. And she's got herself a stand-up double. Abby Van Ryan continues to pummel the ball. Remember, she laid down that perfect bunt last inning, but again called out on the interference and going in to run for
Fans, your
her.
attention, please. Running for Abby Van Ryan, number 28, Lauren Steinberg.
Lauren Steinberg is going to run for her.
Now batting for the Falcons, the right fielder, number 11, Abby Lake.
So it'll be interesting to see if they try to manufacture something here or let Lake swing away. Lake, the sophomore, stepped into the lineup early in the season and has done a great job. at the plate. She's just a very smart hitter. Pitch is, wow, ball. That looked like a strike. 1-0 to Abby Lake. Boy, you should see the reaction of Carlson, and I don't blame her. Been a couple of head scratchers here. And the pitch. Backed away, and he called it a strike. 1-1 to Abby Lake. Lake gets the sign from Coach Silver. They've got cards on their sleeves and everything. We used to just have the old sign, you know, tug of the ear a couple of times, and it's a steal. And the pitch. Tried to bunt, missed it, and it's 1-2. 1-2 the count. She actually had not shown that either, so we had a little bit of an element of surprise. First baseman still in here on a 1-2 count. Pitch is away, and it's 2-2. Abby Van Ryan started this inning with a double. It should have been her second hit, but it was her first. Carlson kicks and delivers. That ball's hit very well over the right fielder's head. No, she's going to make the catch to her left. Nice play by the right fielder. Here comes the throw to third, and she's in there. Nice relay, too. That was a very nice catch by the right fielder. When it came off the bat of Lake, I thought it was going to be over her head. And she did too, I think, but she made a nice adjustment on her route to the ball, and Lake is retired.
Number 5, Ellie Knudsen.
It was a productive out because she hit to the right side, and the runner was able to go to third. That's what I mean about being a smart hitter. Ellie Knudsen steps in, had a single her first time up. A strike is called on the first pitch here. It's 0-1. So Carlson appears to be over her control problems. First couple of innings, she had trouble throwing strikes. Maybe she's adjusted to the umpire's strike zone, too, as far as that goes. And the pitch is fouled off. It's 0-2 to Knudsen. Well, this inning, you don't want to get out of here with no runs. You had a leadoff double. You got one out and a runner at third. Knudsen singled, stole second, stole third, and scored on a sac fly RBI by O'Neill in the second inning for the second run. The pitch is inside. 1-2. And if I'm Carlson, I don't throw her anything to hit here and make her chase. Carlson fidgets with the ball and delivers. That ball looked pretty good, but it's called a ball. 2-2. 2-2 to Ellie Knudsen. That 6-pitch inning was, I'm sure, helpful for Carlson, but she's back to a lot of pitches here in the fourth. And the pitch. Strike called. Third strikeout for Carlson.
Left fielder, number 15, Cameron Selmanson.
So the Falcons again in danger of not scoring a run when they had a runner at second and nobody out. Cameron Selmanson struck out her first time up. And the pitch. Almost hit her in the foot. She would have kept her foot there, she'd be at first base. 1-0 the count to Cameron Selmanson. Easy for me to say. I don't have a fast softball coming at my foot. In the pitch. Change up, popped up, and that'll be the end of that inning. So Faribault gets a leadoff double by Abby Van Ryan, and they do not score here in the fourth inning. Hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt them. They picked up their fifth hit.
There were no errors. One runner left on base.
I counted that Van Ryan bunt as a hit earlier.
Fans,
that was
a
not the
missing
case.
cell
So
phone
that's their fifth
found
hit
down near the batting cages has been
Fifth
turned
hit.
in. It's here in the press box. If it's yours, come to the press box. You'll have to describe it to us. But if you can do so, you can claim it. Once again, missing cell phone found down near the batting cages. It's here in the press box. If it's yours, describe it and come claim it. Thank you.
As we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, you know you're having a good day when you're a pitcher and you've gone through the order once and you've gone through 3 innings. A perfect game so far for Armbruster. 4 strikeouts of the first 9 batters faced. No hits, no walks, no errors. Clean bases. But I'm sure Faribault would have loved to have gotten a run there in the top of this inning. We'll see if they bring out the small ball right now. Put pressure on the defense, make them make plays. And again, because it's a 2-0 game, you can do that. If Faribault had been able to break it open a bit in the first inning, it would have taken a little bit of the sting out of any small ball that you'd be thinking about.
You guys find yourself wrong?
So,
leading up for your Scarlets in the
Shopper
bottom of
will
the
lead
fourth
off.
inning, the center fielder, number 7, Laney Shopper.
Laney Shopper is
Yeah, I got the case.
an 8th grader.
Hey.
You heard me right, an 8th grader. Where's number 7 on the back of her uniform? She grounded out to third her first time up on 4 pitches. All of them were strikes. The pitch is bunted down the first baseline. There it is, and she's tagged out by O'Neill. They had the bunt defense on and played it beautifully. O'Neill tags her out.
Shortstop number 3, Jalissa Stoltzman.
Jalissa Stoltzman will step in. You got to try it, right? Stoltzman, Jalissa is a sophomore. Of course, Bree is a freshman. Swing at something up around the eyes. 0-1 the count. She chased a riser. 0-1 to Stoltzman in the pitch. Pops it up. Lazy fly ball when they get to it. Salmonson calls off Bresnahan and catches it in foul territory for the second out. This Faribault team doesn't get a lot of chances
Second base,
because of
number 9,
Armbruster.
Emily Barobin.
Defensively, they don't get a ton of chances because Armbruster has so many strikeouts, but they are a very good defensive team. Verovin steps in. She struck out in the first inning. Pop up. Gonna hit. Nope, didn't hit the roof. I thought it was going to hit our roof. 0-1 the count to Emily Verovin. She's a left-handed hitter. Brewster has had a strikeout, at least one, in every inning, except this one so far. Close stance at the plate, and the pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. So she's got her right where she wants her. Verovin, the number 3 hitter, typically your best hitter, hits in that hole. Swings and gets a piece of it to foul it off, 0-2. That was too good a pitch. I saw Michaela breathe a sigh of relief after she saw that. It didn't get as high as she wanted it to. I think I'd throw her the changeup here. 0-2. Fastball misses. 1-2. 1-2 the count to Emily Verovin. West still looking for their first base runner in the pitch. There's the changeup. Hit to second. O'Neill stays down on it nicely, throws her out. Another 1-2-3 inning. The perfect game continues. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 5th.
Nobody left on base.
It'll be 9-1-2 for Faribault right after this 30-second timeout.
With First United Bank in Faribault, you may be able to buy a home with only 3% down. The good news does not end there. Qualified buyers will also receive a $5,000 grant to use for funds towards down payment and or closing costs. This program is not just for first-time home buyers. Contact the mortgage team at First United Bank today, Debbie Nelson or Chris O'Neill, for complete details. Get closer to your new home purchase with 3% down. First United Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender, NMLS, number 486008.
7 of 17 first pitch strikes for Carlson in this game. She's thrown 67 pitches, 39 for strikes through the first 4 innings. Has 3 strikeouts, no walks, given up 5 hits, just 2 runs. As she finishes her warm-up tosses.
Leading off for the Falcons in the top of the 5th inning, playing second base. Number 20, Lauren O'Neill.
Lauren O'Neill had a nice sacrifice fly RBI in the second inning to get the second run for Faribault. They're up 2-0. They had a leadoff double last inning and did not score. They had 3 hits in the first inning and didn't score but 1 run. The bunt defense is up. Pitch is a strike called. 0-1. Looked to be kind of high and wide for O'Neill. Just a little gal. Righty's pitch is a ball, 1-1. O'Neill's sac fly came on a 2-0 count. You get behind the hitters, sometimes you end up having to throw pitches you don't want to. And the pitch, she laid off it. It's 2-1. That's the 70th pitch already by Carlson. As she kicks and delivers. That's a little grounder to second base, easily gloving it as the second baseman for the first out. Allison Shack will step up. She struck out looking her last time up, doubled to start the game, ended up at third base.
7, Allie Shack.
Left fielder dove for it, and then the throw came in, and they missed the cutoff person on the throw into the infield, and that's why she was able to gain third base. Ended up scoring. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 to Shack. Scoring on the Bresnan hit. A ball is called, and it's 1-1. 1-1 to Allison Shack. Right-handed hitter, wears number 7 on the back of her uniform. One of the 4 seniors on this Faribault team. West with 4 seniors as well on the pitch. Backs it off, and it's 2-1. 2-1 to count. Shack does not stand right on top of the plate, so when she backs off, it's probably inside. And the pitch popped up. And that will be out number 2 as the third baseman catches it in foul territory. So Carlson, since the leadoff double last inning, has retired 5 straight.
Pitcher number 9, Michaela Armbruster.
Michaela Armbruster will step in here. Singled in the first inning. She got her first home run of the season last weekend in the Section 2 AAA preview tournament in North Mankato. The pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. 0-1 to Michaela Armbruster, who's got a perfect game going through 4 innings pitching. The righty's pitch falls it off. 0-2. Rick Carlson has really settled into this game. Faribault had such a chance to jump on him in that first inning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, blew it right by her. So Carlson returned the favor
for the Falcons
of her counterpart.
Inning, no runs, no hits. There were no errors.
Picks up her 4th strikeout. Up and down in order goes Faribault in the top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Mankato West, looking for their first base runner against the Falcons. At the conclusion of our game, we'll have our Faribault State Farm insurance agents, Faribault player or players of the game, courtesy of your Faribault State Farm agents, Jason Crone and Tony Langerud. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Armbruster comes out. Didn't get you caught up on the pitch counts here. 7 strikes last inning and only 1 ball, so just an 8-pitch inning. She's got 50 pitches through 4 innings. That's pretty efficient. 37 of the 50 pitches are strikes. And let's see here. She's 10 of 12 first pitch strikes. Which is why, if I'm West, like I said earlier, I'd be attacking early in the count. And even though this is the cleanup hitter, you might see a bunt here. It's only 2-0. So manufacturing a run or 2 is still in the cards for the Scarlets.
Leading up for your Scarlets in the bottom of the 5th inning, playing third base, number 14, Kenzie Grunt.
Kenzie Grunt steps in, struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Armbruster has 4 strikeouts, just like Carlson. Armbruster's threw 4 innings, Carlson threw 5. Red steps in, the right-handed hitter. Pitch is a strike, 0-1. 0-1 to the right-handed hitting third baseman, a junior. The junior Armbruster's pitch. They're right on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Oh, that was a perfect pitch. Right on the black. The pitch. Tried to get her to chase. She wouldn't do it. Michaela works quickly, and I'm sure the fielders will love it. As she kicks and delivers. Ball's hit very well, but very foul. 1-2 still to count. This is the cleanup hitter, so you know she's got power. That baby was launched, but very foul. So whatever Michaela threw, I wouldn't throw that again. Ball's popped up. Well, I'm kind of surprised she didn't throw her changeup there. Still 1-2. I mean, she timed that fastball, just got around on it a little too early. Believe it or not. And the pitch. There's the changeup. And she lunges at it. There should be an out, and Van Ryan will catch it. The catcher. That's what that changeup will do for you when you're whipping in those fastballs, and all of a sudden the changeup, and
the pitcher number 1, Briggs Carlson.
Grunts to lunge at it and cause that pop-up. That'll bring up Briggs Carlson. She grounded out her first time up. Armbruster is not allowed a base runner in this game. 5-time defending Big Nine champs being held at bay by Armbruster's pitch. Popped up, foul. 0-1. We have more balls? Yep, we need more balls again. Wouldn't you think they'd have a half dozen balls? We're still working with one now. What happened to the other one? So Armbruster gets back in the pitching circle. There's a bunt to third base. Knutson is going to throw her out at first. Knutson's got such a good arm. She even took a couple of steps before she threw the ball. And Carlson got down the line. Carlson got down the line very good. She's not slow by any means. Bree Stoltzman will step in. Bree is the freshman who popped out to short to end the second inning. Pitch almost hit her. 1-0. You're not going to take that one for the team because it was up around the shoulders. If it was around the legs, you might think about it. Just to get a base runner on in a 2-0 game. Next pitch is a strike. 1-1 to count to Bree Stoltzman. Yeah, typically, if you go up there to try and walk against Armbruster, it's not going to happen. Like I said, 7 walks all year. That's called a ball. Well, 2-1 to count. Like a pretty good pitch from up here. She's a right-handed hitter. And the pitch. Well, that missed. It's 3-1. Now I'm sure coaches are hailing Challenger here. Don't give her the base. The pitch. Right down the slot. She took it all the way, and it's 3-2. 3-2. I'd like to not have that tying run come to the plate here if you can avoid it. Armbruster rocks and fires, and she pops it up into left field. Salmonson catches it. The perfect game continues. Up and down in order in the 5th are the Scarlets.
Scarlets in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base.
Go to the top of the 6th. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Falcons in 30 seconds.
Bethlehem Academy in Faribault has been serving generations of students since its beginning in the summer of 1865. Born out of a mother's dying wish for her children to receive a Catholic education, the school continues its tradition of excellence. The school strives to empower students in achieving personal, spiritual, and academic excellence. Generations of Bethlehem Academy graduates have grown in the Dominican pillars of prayer, study, service, and community. If this sounds like something you would like to be a part of, call the school office and learn more about answering God's call to be a cardinal.
Well, Faribault, I'm sure, would like to get some insurance runs here if they can. Top of the 6th, Bresnahan 1 for 2. Swanson, who has not had a hit. Abby Van Ryan, who is 1 for 2. Just joined us in the first inning. Allie Shack started the game with a double. Actually ended up at third base because of an error. There were back-to-back singles following her. It was 1-0.
The 6th inning, the shortstop, number 10, Bree Bresnahan.
Then Swanson hit a dribbler in the infield. Well, it wasn't really a dribbler, but it was hit right to the shortstop. And the shortstop came home. The courtesy runner for Armbruster, the pitcher, on contact, broke home. Didn't have to now. There were runners at second and third and nobody out. And it was easily thrown out at the plate. So pretty much the first out was given to the Scarlets. As Bresnahan steps in and the pitch, way high, and it's 1-0. 79th pitch for Carlson, 46 of them strikes. She is 10 of 21 first pitch strikes. Banging on the fence are the Falcon players as she swings and falls straight back the next pitch, 1-1. Bresnahan looks to Coach Silber in that third base coaching box. Coach Armbruster, with a scorebook in one hand, is in the first base coaching box. And the pitch. Oh my, that looked like an awfully good pitch, called a ball. It's 2-1. We don't have the best vantage point in the world, but had a pretty good view of home plate. Third base dugout is where the press box is located, above it. And the pitch. Ooh, swung at a high pitch. 2-2 the count. Now if I'm Carlson, I go just a couple of, maybe even a foot higher than that. No runs for Faribault since the second inning and only one hit since the second inning. She fouls it off. Normally you talk a lot about hitters adjusting to pitchers. In this case, Carlson is adjusted to the hitters. Has kept them off balance. They were just teeing off in the first inning. And of course she was behind in a lot of counts. 2-2 here in the pitch. Inside missed. 3-2. That was another close pitch. 3-2. And judging from the reaction of Carlson, she wanted that one. Don't blame her. As she delivers, swings, and just gets a piece of it. Still 3-2. Faribault's looking to get a runner on so they can try to manufacture something here, and they'd really like to put a crooked number on the board, but one run would be better than none. Again, a high pitch. She swings that, fouls it off. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat, and we're out of softballs again. Here comes one. And two. And that must be all we have today. So the battle continues between Carlson and Bresnahan. Righty's next pitch. Just gets a piece of it, fouls it off again. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. And the 88th pitch of the game for Carlson. We're in the 6th inning. If you just joined us, Armbruster has a perfect game going through 5. And the pitch. Ball's hit straight up the middle. What a great at-bat by Bree Bresnahan, fisting off some nasty pitches. She has herself a leadoff single, strokes it to straightaway center field. And Cassie Swanson will step up.
First base, number 3, Cassie Swanson.
Swanson hit a liner right to the center fielder her last time up. Looked like she threw her the ball almost. She was on the fielder's choice, hit that ball to short that was thrown home to erase what could have been run number 2 for Faribault. And the pitch in the first inning. That ball's hammered. Shortened her stroke, bounces it all the way to the fence. Bresnahan's being told to go home. Boy, I don't know about that. She comes in and she's going to be out. I would have not sent her. Swanson goes to third. My, oh my. She would have been at third base. You would have had runners at second and third more than likely, or first and third. But another runner gets thrown out. Perfect relay, too. I mean, a perfect relay.
Catcher number 2, Abby Van Ryan.
Swanson's ball went all the way to the fence. More than likely would have been a double. She's at third base. I mean, I saw the whole thing right in front of me. Like I said on the air, I would not have sent her. She was rounding the bag when the ball was being thrown in. I'm talking the third base bag. And the pitch. That ball's a foul. So Faribault's run themselves out of a couple of runs in this game. And they hope it doesn't come back to haunt them. 1-1 to count. That was a perfect relay. There's a reason why they're the 5-time defending state conference champs. High fly ball by Ryan. I wouldn't send her either. Yeah. Cassie Swanson is held at third base on the fly ball. And they're in danger of getting another inning, Mankato West.
Right fielder number 11, Abby Lake.
That was the second out. Abby Lake steps up. We're in the 6th inning. Faribault had a leadoff double in the 4th and didn't score. Pitch rolls, and if that gets away from the catcher, that might, well, it might be a run, but you can't tell here because it bounces off that back screen almost right back to the catcher sometimes. And the pitch is up high. We got a 2-0 count to Abby Lake. Faribault needs a 2-strike hit here. All their runs in a couple of games this year have been scored with 2 outs. And they do it again here today. The pitch. A strike called. 2-1 to count. 2-1 to Abby Lake. The solid stroke. Swanson did a nice job to shorten her swing that time to get that hit. And a strike is called. It's 2-2. So again, Faribault in danger of not scoring. And they had a golden opportunity, a single, followed by a double. And the pitch. It's a chopper to third. Third baseman throws to first. Faribault again does not score. Wastes another golden opportunity.
In the top of the 6th inning, no runs, 2 hits.
Yeah,
there were no errors.
A couple of hits and no
1
runs.
runner left on base.
1 runner was left in scoring position, too. They've left 4 of them in scoring position. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be the bottom of the order, 7-8-9. Armbruster will try to continue her perfect game after this 30-second timeout.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let Jason Crone Agency help simplify to get to a better state. Because with Jason's office handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could save you up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Jason Crone, State Farm Agency, today to get to a better state with State Farm.
At the conclusion of our broadcast, we will have our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents Faribault Players of the Game, courtesy of your Faribault State Farm agents Jason Crone and Tony Langerud. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. ...64 total pitches through 5 innings for Armbruster.
Scarlets in the bottom of the 6th inning. The designated player, number 13, Emma Young.
47 of the 64 pitches have been strikes, and she's, let's see here, 12 of 15 first pitch strikes. She's faced a minimum. She's got a perfect game going. Emma Young, the DP, struck out looking her first time up. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Well, again, I'm a little surprised that she didn't bunt. Down to their last 6 outs are the Scarlets. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 0-2 is the count. In the top of the 7th, by the way, bottom of the order for Faribault. Up 2-0 in the pitch. Tried to get her to chase, and Emma said, "I'm not chasing." That was my grandma's name on my mom's side, Emma. Steps way up in the box, and the pitch. Swings and just gets a piece of it. Stay alive, 1-2. That went right off the catcher's mask, or the top of it, of Abby Van Ryan. She was feeling under the weather, she told me after the game Tuesday. So did not catch the second game. She played right field, played shortstop, and played second base. Swing and a miss. Way upstairs was that pitch. 5th strikeout for Armbruster.
Right fielder number 5, Maddie Mueller.
Armbruster again leads the state in strikeouts and averages double-digit strikeouts a game. That's just her 5th in this one. Maddie Mueller steps in, popped out to short. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Armbruster attacks. As she kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. 0-2. We'll see if she pulls out the changeup here. I don't know that I would, but we'll see. In the pitch. Nope. 0-2 the count, fouled it straight back. We've had a grounder out in the first inning, a ground out in the second inning, and a fly out in the second inning, a pop-up. Falls straight back, still 0-2. Had a pop-up and a ground out in the third inning. A fly to the outfield in the 4th inning. A bunt attempt that was beautifully played by the second baseman who tagged her running up the line. There's the changeup, missed outside. 1-2. This is the number 8 hitter in the order. Be the 6th pitch of this at bat. And the pitch is a little blooper. It's going to drop in for the hit. That goes the perfect game. Just a little blooper, but you get the tying run to the plate. And I'm sure Coach Kuzma might be thinking of manufacturing something here. And you haven't had a base runner the whole game.
Number 2, Holly Wisty.
Just a bloop hit, but it's still a hit. And there goes the perfect game. As Holly Wisty will step in, the number 9 hitter. In this sport, they like to bunt a lot for the second out. Swings away and misses. 0-1. 0-1 the count. When they got that bunt defense on, I'd be tempted to swing away too. The pitch. There's the bunt. Foul. 0-2. So the bunt couldn't be put down. That must be kind of rare for the Scarlets. You don't win 5 straight Big 9 titles without being able to bunt. And the pitch. That's a high fly ball to left field, and it's caught by Salmonson. Wow, for a second there, I didn't think she was going to get to the ball. Great job by Cameron. Looking right up into the sun, too.
Center fielder, number 7, Lainey Shopper.
Lainey Shopper will step up 0 for 2, both ground outs. She's the one who tried to bunt, and they had a bunt defense on, and O'Neill tagged her coming down the line with 2 outs here. I doubt that's going to happen. Swings away and fouls it off, 0-1. 0-1 to the 8th grader. A right-handed hitter. Armbruster gets back up on that pitching rubber. Up 2-0 is her team. I don't know what the pitch was called, but she's out going to second. Wow, third out. That's gambling. Van Ryan throws a perfect strike, and they get her trying to steal second base.
No runs.
Wow.
One hit. There were no errors. Nobody left on base.
That ends the sixth inning. No runs. They do collect their first hit of the game. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We go to the top of the seventh. 7-8-9 for Faribault. Yep, the seventh inning is the scheduled last inning of this game. Back in 30 seconds.
Custom Glass and Mirror has been serving Rice and Steele counties for over 2 decades with unbeatable customer service. Your source for auto glass in the Faribault area is Custom Glass and Mirror. They use only the best materials, provide a lifetime installation warranty, and safety is their #1 concern. Custom Glass and Mirror also provides commercial and residential glass repair and installation. Custom Glass and Mirror, 1440 Willow Street, Faribault. For more information, check faribaultcustomglass.com.
Let's see, I'm just figuring out first pitch strikes. 11 of 24 for Carlson. Oh man, the Falcons had their opportunities. Leadoff double in the fourth, did not score. Back-to-back hits in the sixth, did not score. They had 3 hits in the first inning, back-to-back-to-back, and only scored 1 run.
Number 5, Ellie Knudsen.
Knudsen will lead things off here. Singled, stole second, stole third, manufactured the second run for Faribault, and that's huge right now. She struck out looking her last time up. Carlson has struck out 4. She has given no passes. Neither pitcher has given a pass. There's a bunt, foul, 0-1. We told you earlier that Knudsen is probably the fastest runner on the team. I got that information from the coaches, of course. Which is interesting that she's in the 7 hole on the pitch. Call the ball. It's 1-1. Looked like a pretty good pitch from up here. Wearing their Fury helmets again are the Faribault Falcons. As Ellie takes a deep sigh and steps back in with a 1-1 count. Love to get that lead runner on. Haven't been able to manufacture anything though, except that 1 inning, and that's a strike. A half-hearted swing, 1-2. 1-2 is the count to Ellie Knudsen. Salmonson on deck is 0 for 2, and O'Neill is 0 for 2 with a sac fly RBI. Almost hit her. And again, you don't want to take it there. It was up around the shoulders. 2-2. If it's around the feet, I think I'd take it. You get a runner on base any way you can. Carlson on the 2-2 count gets the sign that she wants, and the pitch. It just misses. 3-2. Boy, that was an awfully close pitch. I don't know how she laid off that. 3-2 to Ellie Knudsen. Must have an eagle eye at the plate. And the righty's pitch. Pops it foul. So the 7th pitch of this at bat, and the 104th pitch of the game for Carlson. Remember, it's been a warm day too, so she looks pretty fresh though, I'll say that. Must be in great shape in the pitch. Backed away and walked her. Wow. A leadoff walk. A great at bat by Ellie Knudsen. A couple of
left fielder, number 15,
close pitches
Cameron
there.
Salmonson.
Salmonson will step up, and you got the person you want on base right now, your fastest player on the team. There'll be a bunt here for sure. There's the bunt. And did it hit her? No. And she's out at first, but Knudsen's at second base. So Cameron did her job. That ball just died right in front of the plate. Or no, it's a foul ball. Geez, I didn't see a foul ball there. I thought it was right in front of the plate. I don't know what line he's looking at. Man, oh man, that was right in front of the plate. So she goes back to first. Go through this again. Pitches outside for a ball, and she throws down to first base, and Knudsen almost got caught napping there. So 1-1 is the count to Salmonson. That ball looked like it was right in front of the plate. And I looked to make sure it didn't hit her in the pitch. High, misses. Knutson down to second. She's in there. She beat the throw. So they get her to second without having to bunt. 2-1 is the count. I would still bunt here. Get her to third. We'll see if they do. And the pitch. A swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Actually, just a little slow roller over to second base might do the job. Because they're not playing a bunt defense. Obviously, with 2 strikes, they weren't before either. 2-2 in the pitch. Didn't chase it. We had a full count. Lauren O'Neill's on deck. Faribault leads it 2-0. They're trying to see if they can't get an insurance run or two here in the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th, it'll be the top of the order for the Scarlets. Swings and misses. Or did she get a piece of it? I guess it's a foul ball. 3-2 is still the count. Boy, if she tipped there, it wasn't by much. Three and 2. As Salmonson taps the plate, she has struck out and popped out to the shortstop. The pitch stays alive. 3-2. She fouled it off. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. After a 7-pitch at bat to Knutson. 112 in the game for Carlson. She rolled one, and that might be why there's a walk here. You know, that's a lot of pitches. So another walk.
Second base, number 20, Lauren O'Neill.
Lauren O'Neill steps up. I remember doing a broadcast of a Pine Island game once against Winona Cotter in a section final. Pitcher from Pine Island who went to St. Cloud State, name escapes me now, threw 200 pitches in the game. It was a 14-inning, incredible game. And on the 200th pitch, the catcher from Cotter hits a home run over straight center field walk-off. Winona Cotter wins and goes to state. It was one of the best games I've ever seen. But a hard... She's 200 pitches. It was incredible. And the pitch is outside. 1-1 to count. 14 innings that game went. We hope this one doesn't go 14. We want to end this in this inning. And have a happy bus ride home. Pitch is outside. 2-1. This will be number 116 for Carlson. On a warm day. Slow roller, perfectly placed ball. Here comes the relay home, and she is out at the plate again. Another runner's called out at the plate. It was shallow right field. The ball was hit to shallow right field by O'Neill for the single. Knutson rounding from second base.
7, Allie Shack.
And again, it was to shallow right field. It's thrown out at the plate. Another perfect relay. The third person to be thrown out at the plate in this game. Runners at the corners with 1 out. That'll bring up Allie Shack. Shack, if she got another double like she did to start the game, we'd have a couple of insurance runs. She hits it to third. Starting too soon with Salmonson. She's out trying to go to the plate. Man, oh man, the base running guffaws. Hopefully it does not cost the Falcons here. That ball was hit right in front of her.
Pitcher
at
number
third
9,
base.
Michaela Armbruster.
And she ended up going too far down the line. Was obviously in no man's land, as they call it. So Salmonson's out. At the plate. First pitch is swung on and missed by Armbruster. Shack's at first on the fielder's choice. 0-1 the count. And at second base is O'Neill, who probably should be at third. And the pitch is hit foul on the third baseline. Man, oh man. 2-0 is the score. It should be more than that. And I understand being aggressive, but you're taking on a quality team that is fundamentally sound. The pitch lays off. 1-2 is the count to Michaela Armbruster. She'd love to deliver a 2-out hit here because, well, she's pitching. In the top of the order in the bottom of the 7th for West. And the pitch. Slow roller. Second baseman covers it. We're going to go down to the bottom of the 7th with a 2-0 score. Faribault again squanders a golden opportunity.
No errors. 2 runners left on base.
To get some more runs in this game, but they keep running into outs, literally, as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order for Mankato West in a 2-0 game. Oh my, I don't have any fingernails left. Back in 30 seconds.
Faribault Foods has been a pillar of the Faribault community since 1895 as a leading manufacturer of high-quality canned foods. Their new state-of-the-art manufacturing facility has begun operations, and they will continue to support the Faribault community for years to come. Keep your pantry stocked with canned beans and vegetables for easy meals at your fingertips. Use Mrs. Grimes beans in your favorite chili, and butter kernel vegetables as a side dish your family will love. Building for the future, Faribault Foods.
121 pitches for Carlson. Wow. Believe me, they probably don't want to go extra innings here. They want to walk off as Mankato West. So Armbruster's given up 1 hit, a bloop single. Trying to hammer down the job here. Just 2 runs for Faribault. It'll be the top of the order for the Mankato West Scarlets. Oh my. Well, the infield's had their meeting, or I should say the outfield's had their meeting.
Leading off for your Scarlets in the bottom of the 7th inning, the center fielder, number 7, Lainey Shopper.
Lainey Shopper, the 8th grader who tried to bunt earlier. They had the bunt defense on. They played her perfectly, and hopefully they keep it on here. Again, you're tempted when you see this anti-bunt defense not to bunt, and she doesn't. High fly ball to left field. Salmonson catches it in foul territory. Faribault Falcons are 2 outs away from a solo Big 9 Conference championship.
Shortstop, number 3, Jalissa Stoltzman.
Stoltzman steps in, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Armbruster has struck out 5. That's a lot lower than her customary number, but just 1 hit, no walks, and great defense behind her. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Stoltzman wears number 3 on the back of her uniform, the sophomore. Armbruster's pitch, right down Broadway, 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Scarlets are down to the last 2 outs in the pitch. It's a high fly ball. Left fielder Salmonson gauges it and catches it. She's made in this game 4 putouts.
Number 9, Emily Veroven.
And for that reason alone, she may be one of our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents Faribault players of this game. 4 putouts by Salmonson. Veroven steps up. The last hope for the Scarlets. And a strike. It's 2-0. Faribault. Veroven steps back in with that close stance left-handed hitter. The swing and fouls it back down to the last strike of the Scarlets. Taking a deep breath was Michaela Armbruster. Wow. I wonder what thoughts are going in that young lady's head. You get a strike here, the conference champs outright, and just misses. 1-2. Oh my. Smart pitch though. I'd make her chase too. I wouldn't throw anything really good. Yep, she wouldn't chase. 2-2. Now you get down to business. 2-2 the count. The number 3 hitter in the order, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout. And the pitch just misses. 3-2. No, you don't want to walk somebody now. Put the tying run at the plate and the cleanup hitter at that. Almost jacked the ball earlier. The pitch. Swung, popped it up. Can they get to it? Knudsen wasn't able to catch it right in front of the dugout. We couldn't see it. Well, hopefully that doesn't haunt them. Oh my. Just a little lazy pop-up in front of the dugout. Van Ryan ran. Knudsen called it, and I thought she was going to catch it, but she went out of our view. She's got a big smile on her face. I love it. Verhoeven may have closed the stance even more in the pitch. Oh, foul ball. Smart job by Verhoeven. She tried to go the opposite way with that pitch on the outside corner. Good piece of hitting attempted there. Of course, she has to protect the plate with a full count. You don't want a marginal pitch to get across here if you're Verhoeven. So they'll do it all over again with a full count. Armbruster came into this inning with 78 pitches, and that was a very close pitch called a ball. Wow, Armbruster can't believe it. So the tying run comes to the plate. The first walk of the game
number 14,
here in the seventh for Armbruster.
Runs.
You can hear the West fans. They've got hope. First pitch, a ball. 1-0 to Grunst. You don't want to throw this young lady too good a pitch. She almost cranked one out of here last time up. Time was called here by Van Ryan. I don't know what for, but 1-0 with a runner at first base. 2-0. So you got a groove one here, I guess. And that's what she did, and it's going to be game over! Bresnahan catches a little pop-up at shortstop. Fittingly, the senior catches it, and the Faribault Falcons make history not once, but twice this week. They beat Owatonna to clinch a tie, and they are the outright Big Nine Conference champions. What a terrific job by those young ladies today. No runs, no hits,
8 hits.
No hits,
there were no errors, 7
and
runners left
one
on base.
runner was left on base.
Mankato West Scarlet,
We'll have your
4
final
runs, 1
line
hit,
totals.
1 error,
Faribault,
1 runner left on base.
State Farm Insurance Agents,
Today's
Faribault
winning
players
pitcher, Michaela Armbruster.
of today's game. Courtesy
Game
of your
time,
Faribault
1
State
hour,
Farm
34
Insurance
minutes.
Agents, Jason Crone and Tony Langerud. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We'll do
And
that
Scarlet 6 game will be a Section 2 AAA tournament game at Caswell
in 90
Park.
seconds.
Summit Orthopedics offers convenient access to comprehensive bone, joint, and muscle care in the Faribault and Northfield communities with experts who have been providing care locally for over 30 years. As your trusted source for orthopedic care, Summit is here to help you and your family live healthy, active lifestyles. Please visit us at our new Faribault location near the intersection of Lyndale Avenue and 17th Street. Or to find your specialist and schedule an appointment, visit summitortho.com.
Considering a move in 2018? Follow our lead at the State Bank of Faribault. Hi, I'm Chris Jeans from the State Bank of Faribault Mortgage Department. We are packing up our mortgage department and moving out to our branch location on Western Avenue. When you want to buy a new home, work with the State Bank of Faribault, your local mortgage experts. We specialize in helping you find the mortgage and payment that best fits your budget. It's easier to work with the State Bank of Faribault. The State Bank of Faribault, tsbf.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 638054.
Hi, this is Chris from Garlic's Water. Are you fed up with fighting rust stains and hard water problems at home? We have a system that can solve all your headaches. A Kinetico water system. We have a wide range of Kinetico water systems to fix any problem, big or small. Give me a call at 800-722-1282 or go online at garlicswater.com and let me show you what I can do to help. At Garlic's Water, your water has never been treated so well.
Garlic's water.
She's my daughter, Sarah. Sarah, this is an old friend of mine.
Well, we're still figuring one thing out here. So bear with me, folks. All right, I think I got it right. Faribault Falcons win this game by a score of 2-0. They had 8 hits in the game and scored just 2 runs. They had no errors, left 4 runners on base, 3 in scoring position. They had 3 runners thrown out at the plate. Mankato West scored no runs. Elected 1 hit. They had 1 error, and it was a bit costly. And 1 runner was left on base. So a 1-hitter by Armbruster of the number 3 ranked team in the state by the number 1 rated Faribault Falcons. They are the Big 9 Conference champions. Our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents Faribault players of the game. Well, as I told you before, Cameron Salmonson is one of them. She made 4 putouts in this game, 5 putouts. Yep. No, on 4. 4. My 2 looked like a 7 here, but she had 4 putouts in the game. So she's one of our Faribault players of the game. Of course, Armbruster, who throws the 1-hitter. How can you not count that? Abby Van Ryan had a leadoff double in the 4th. Did a great job, of course, catching this game and threw a runner out. Bit of a gambling person is Mr. Kruzmark. With 2 outs, he tried to steal second base in the 6th inning to get Maddie Mueller in scoring position, and Van Ryan threw an absolute BB to the shortstop Bresnahan, and she was out, easily out. It was not a bang-bang play. Ellie Knutson, who got the 2nd run, the insurance run, thanks to her wheels. She led off the 2nd inning with a single, stole second base, very close play, stole third base, very close play, ended up scoring on a sac fly RBI. It was a 2-0 count, and Lauren O'Neill lifted the ball to fairly deep right field, Knutson easily scoring the 2nd run of the game. First run was an adventure. Allison Shack hits a double to start the game. It was on a full count. Ball goes to the fence because the left fielder dove for it. She hit that to left field, dove for it. Then the relay, well, they missed the cutoff person, so Shack ends up at third base on the error. She ends up scoring on an RBI single by Bresnahan after a single by Armbruster. So they had back-to-back hits to start the game. Cassie Swanson hit a ball to shortstop. The shortstop immediately came home on contact. The runner at third, who was a courtesy runner, broke for home. She was out by a couple of feet. There was no way, and again, she did not have to run. The runners at 2nd and 3rd, right, with nobody out. So what you do there is you wait for the shortstop. She's going to look the runner back to 3rd typically, but instead she broke immediately for home plate and is thrown out easily. Swanson is at first base on the fielder's choice, so they ran out of that run. They had a runner thrown out at the plate in the 6th inning, a leadoff single by Bresnahan. She was thrown out at the plate after a double by Swanson. And, of course, I have the perfect vantage point up here, elevated. Coach Silver doesn't have that. He's on the ground. It's a whole different angle down there. But I think you heard me say on there, don't send her, and they did. And she was out rather easily. And then in the 7th inning, another runner gets thrown out at the plate. So it's just incredible. Incredible. In fact, 2 of them got thrown out at the plate in the 7th inning, so they ended up with 4 runners cut down at the plate, but still win this game by a score of 2-0. Again, Michaela Armbruster, Abby Van Ryan, Ellie Knutson, Cameron Salmonson are our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents, Faribault players of the game. Well, everybody played well. O'Neill with a sac fly. That was a perfect job by her. She had the single in the 7th inning. We're going to name them all. Everybody's a player of the game in this one. Courtesy of your Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents, Tony Langerud and Jason Crone. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So the Falcons are ready for a happy bus ride home. They are your Big 9 Conference champs, all by their lonesome. No share in the Big 9 title this year. Great job by the Falcons. Section playoffs begin next Thursday here, well, actually in North Mankato at Caswell Park. I think they would have been the number 1 seed anyway, but that definitely solidifies the number 1 seed. Everybody plays. There are 8 teams. There are no byes. So they will play the number 8 seed, 5 o'clock next Thursday, Caswell Park, North Mankato. They'll play another game at 7 o'clock, Caswell Park, North Mankato. Win or lose, they play another game on Thursday. You want to stay in that winner's bracket all the way. so that you have to be beaten twice, right? On the end of toward the end of the tournament. So 2 games on Thursday, then you come back and play on Saturday after all that. But what a terrific game here today as Coach Kruzmark's Mankato West Scarlets showed off some pretty good defense. Faribault Falcons have 4 runners thrown out of the plate in this 2-0 win for the Falcons. Our broadcast is service of Tony Langley, Jason Crone, your Faribault State Farm insurance agents. Again, we're just going to name them all. Our Faribault players of the game. You can't really pick out, everybody played well in this game. Also, Bethlehem Academy, First United Bank, Pleasant Manor, Pleasant View Estates, Garlic's Water Conditioning, the State Bank of Faribault, Summit Orthopedic of Faribault, Faribault Foods, and Custom Glass and Mirror. Well, my heart's back to normal rate now. Your final score, Falcons 2. Mankato West Scarlets nothing. The 5-time defending Big 9 Conference champs are knocked off their perch, and the Faribault Falcons all alone are your Big 9 Conference champions for 2018. Till next time, this is Gordy Kosfeld. Have a super night.